What makes a person truly iconic? Is it their wealth, their philanthropy, or the contradictions in their character? Today we delve into the life of Andrew Carnegie, a man whose name is synonymous with both unimaginable riches and the idea of giving back. But was he a hero of philanthropy or an industrialist who exploited the working class? In this video, we'll uncover the lesser-known secrets of his life, explore his groundbreaking essay, The Gospel of Wealth, and reveal how his family and mentors shaped the man who transformed America's steel industry. Andrew Carnegie was born on November 25, 1835, in Dunfermline, Scotland, to a family of modest means. His father, William Carnegie, was a handloom weaver, while his mother, Margaret Morrison Carnegie, supported the family by selling goods like linens and laces. When the Industrial Revolution rendered William's weaving trade obsolete, the Carnegies faced severe financial struggles. In 1848, the family decided to borrow money from George Lauder Sr. to move to the United States, seeking the prospect of a better life. Andrew's maternal uncle, George Lauder, played a pivotal role in shaping the young boy's mind. A staunch radical and advocate for social reform, Lauder exposed Andrew to the works of Robert Burns and William Wallace, planting the seeds of ambition and resilience in his nephew. The Carnegies settled in Allegheny, Pennsylvania, where young Andrew began working at the age of 13 as a bobbin boy in a cotton factory, earning just $1.20 a week. Despite the grueling hours, he educated himself by borrowing books from Colonel James Anderson's personal library, a transformative resource for working boys. Anderson's generosity left a lasting impression on Andrew, sparking his passion for self-improvement and philanthropy. In 1849, Carnegie began as a telegraph messenger boy in Pittsburgh, following the recommendation of his uncle. He worked hard, memorizing Pittsburgh's businesses and key figures, making valuable connections. By 1853, he worked for the Pennsylvania Railroad, quickly rising to superintendent by 1859. He impressed Thomas Scott with his work ethic and ingenuity, and Scott became a mentor, teaching Carnegie the value of investment and the power of networking. His relationships with Thomas A. Scott and John Edgar Thompson helped him secure investments and business opportunities, including a profitable $500 investment in the Adams Express Company, made possible by his mother's placing a mortgage on the family's home. As he advanced in his career, Carnegie received shares in Woodruff's sleeping car company and reinvested in railroad industries, building capital. Using his connections, he established businesses supplying rails and bridges. He also helped merge Woodruff's company with George Pullman's, leading to substantial profit. During the Civil War, Carnegie's role as superintendent of military railways further elevated his career. He played a crucial role in facilitating the construction of railroads and bridges for the Union Army, boosting both his reputation and wealth. After the war, he shifted focus to the iron and steel industries, founding companies like Keystone Bridge Works. In 1873, Carnegie founded the J. Edgar Thompson Steel Works, named after his former railroad employer. Carnegie revolutionized steel production by adopting the Bessemer process, drastically reducing production costs and increasing efficiency. His strategy of vertical integration, controlling every aspect of the production process from raw materials to finished steel, allowed him to dominate the steel industry. By 1889, Carnegie Steel had become the world's largest steel producer, benefiting from Carnegie's close ties with the railroad industry and favorable trade tariffs. In 1901, at age 65, Carnegie sold his steel empire to John Pierpont Morgan for $480 million, over $15 billion today, marking the creation of the United States Steel Corporation. Retiring with $225 million in bonds, Carnegie became one of the richest men in the world, a symbol of the American dream and the power of innovation and strategic investments. In 1887, Andrew Carnegie married Louise Whitfield, the daughter of a wealthy New York merchant. Despite their significant age difference, the couple shared a deep bond and a commitment to philanthropy. Louise supported Andrew's charitable endeavors, often working behind the scenes to ensure his vision was realized. They had one daughter, Margaret, born in 1897, who became the center of their family life. Carnegie's marriage brought stability and personal happiness, balancing the intensity of his professional achievements. But Carnegie's story doesn't end with steel. In 1889, he published an essay titled The Gospel of Wealth, arguing that the rich have a moral obligation to distribute their wealth for the betterment of society. He believed in giving a hand up rather than a handout, funding libraries, schools, and cultural institutions to empower individuals to help themselves. Carnegie was deeply inspired by meetings with fellow philanthropist Enoch Pratt, whose work in establishing free libraries influenced his own efforts. Publicly, he admired the radical politics of John Bright, whose advocacy for social reform shaped Carnegie's views on responsibility and public service. His philosophy wasn't without critics, who questioned the morality of accumulating such vast wealth in the first place. Nevertheless, Carnegie donated over 90% of his fortune, establishing over 2,500 libraries worldwide and founding institutions like Carnegie Hall and the Carnegie Foundation. One of his earliest contributions was to Dunfermline, Scotland, where Carnegie funded the first Carnegie Library and where his mother laid the foundation stone, a moment of deep personal significance for him. Carnegie's philanthropy extended far beyond libraries. He invested in education, funding scholarships, and founding institutions like Carnegie Mellon University. His contributions to science were monumental, with the establishment of the Carnegie Institution for Science. He also supported pensions for teachers and civil servants, recognizing their vital role in society. In 1901, Carnegie also established large pension funds for his former employees at Homestead, and, in 1905, for American college professors. Carnegie valued heroism and peace, funding awards for acts of civil bravery through the Carnegie Hero Fund, and dedicating resources to the promotion of world peace. He built the Peace Palace in The Hague, a symbol of his commitment to resolving conflicts through dialogue rather than war. Carnegie was a large benefactor of the Tuskegee Institute for Black American Education under Booker Taliaferro Washington. He helped Washington create the National Negro Business League. Carnegie's wealth came at a cost. His steel empire was notorious for its harsh working conditions and low wages. The most infamous incident was the 1892 Homestead strike, where a violent clash between striking workers and hired Pinkerton guards left several dead and many injured. While Carnegie was in Scotland during the strike, critics accused him of turning a blind eye to the suffering of his workers. This event tarnished his reputation and remains a controversial chapter in his legacy, highlighting the contradictions between his philanthropic ideals and business practices. Beyond his public persona, Carnegie had a complex personal life. Few know that he secretly supported causes like Irish independence and funded activist groups advocating for peace. He was also a staunch opponent of imperialism, publicly clashing with figures like Theodore Roosevelt over America's expansionist policies. One lesser-known secret is his guilt over the ruthless business tactics he employed to build his fortune. In his later years, Carnegie wrote extensively about his regrets, even expressing doubt about whether his philanthropic efforts could atone for his past. Andrew Carnegie passed away on August 11, 1919, leaving behind a legacy that continues to spark debate. Was he a ruthless capitalist or a visionary philanthropist? Perhaps he was both. A man shaped by his time, whose life reflects the complexities of ambition, morality, and the pursuit of the American dream. Andrew Carnegie's story teaches us that success often comes with contradictions. His life challenges us to consider, how should wealth be used? And what responsibilities do the powerful have to society? If you found this exploration of Andrew Carnegie's life fascinating, you can watch the lives of other notable personalities on our channel. Please subscribe for more biographies from history's icons.